White Sox fans, this is your Sox Machine White Sox wake-up call for Thursday, June 22nd, 2023. Happy National Onion Ring Day. I'm Bennett Carroll. In their series finale, the Chicago White Sox fell 6-3 to the Texas Rangers. It was Pride Night at the ballpark, and after a scoreless first with a walk from Michael Kopech, the Sox offense got it cooking early. Bottom of the first with Martin Perez on the mound for Texas. After an Andrew Benintendi flyout and an Andrew Vaughn groundout, Luis Robert swung on a first-pitch sinker and singled up the middle. Eloy Jimenez came up and with a 2-2 count found an outside changeup he liked and clubbed it down the line, opposite field, for a double. And who says that Luis Robert doesn't hustle? He came all the way around from first and scored to make it a 1-0 lead early for the Southsiders. Jake Berger followed that up with a casual 110-mile-an-hour lineout to short to end it. Top two, and Kopech is dealing, going 1-2-3, starting with a strikeout of Josh Young. Bottom two, though, and the Sox barely do any better. They also go 1-2-3, but at least they put the ball in play all three times. Top three, and after a pair of strikeouts, Marcus Semien singles to right. A wild pitch moves him to second, but he would have gotten there anyway as Corey Seager takes a walk. Nathaniel Lowe steps in and on a 1-1 count, clubs one to deep left. Andrew Benintendi charges back, leaps, sticks his glove out, and the ball bounces off his glove, right off the wall, and directly into his hand for a fair hit. Benintendi quickly fires it in, but because there were two outs, the runners were just gunning it around the bases. So Marcus Semien comes streaking home and ties the game. Lau ends up on second with a double, and Corey Seager lands on third. But Adolis Garcia ends the threat with a strikeout. Bottom three, and you guessed it, Sox go 1-2-3. Top four, and after a Josh Young strikeout, Jonah Heim singles to left. On an 0-2 count, Kopech left a slider looping over the middle of the plate, and Ezekiel Duran turned on it and cleared the wall in left center, going 398 feet to make it a 3-1 lead for the Rangers. From there, Travis Jankowski took a walk before Kopech settled down and got a pair of flyouts to end the inning. Bottom four, and outside of an Eloy Jimenez walk, the Sox go down in order. Top five, and Jimmy Lambert is in for Michael Kopech. The final line for Kopech: 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. His ERA sits at 4.06 on the year. Spoiler alert, he would take the loss and now sits at 3-6. Nathaniel Lau takes a one-out walk, and Adolis Garcia follows with a single to put runners on the corners. Josh Young would strike out, but that's only 2 outs. Jonah Heim, sitting third in the All-Star race for starting catcher in the AL, found a 2-2 fastball he liked and put it directly into the bullpen in right field. A 3-run homer to make it 6-1 Rangers. Ezekiel Duran singled and stole second before Travis Jankowski lined out to end the inning. In response, Elvis Andrus took a walk. Zach Remillard dropped a sac bunt to move him to second. Sebi Zavala grounded out to move Andrus to third with 2 outs. Some good old-fashioned small ball, right? Andrew Benintendi, the biggest contract in team history, steps in and strikes out to end the inning. Top 6, and the newest member of the Chicago White Sox, Touki Toussaint, comes in to pitch, and he goes 1-2-3 in the 6th. Bottom 6, and Andrew Vaughn leads off. He gets to a 9th pitch, and with a full count, he finally finds one he likes, times it right, and crushes it to left field to make it 6-2 on his 11th homer of the year. The Sox go down in order afterwards. Top 7, and after a walk, Toussaint gets a pair of strikeouts and a ground out to end the inning. Bottom 7 and Clint Frazier leads off with a double. After an Elvis Andrus ground out, Zach Remillard grounds to short, but a throwing error puts Remillard on first and Frazier on third for Seby Zavala. Zavala swings and lifts a ball into center for the second out, but gets it deep enough that Frazier's able to come in to score on a sac fly. Andrew Benintendi follows that with, get this, a lineout to end the inning. We're into the 8th inning, and honestly, the game kind of rolls from here. A runner got on for each team, but both immediately got out on a double play, and the game came to an end. 6-3 final as a loss for the White Sox. Some notes from the box score: only 4 hits for the Sox. 2 of them came in the first inning, so 2 hits over the final 8 innings for the White Sox. 1 hit for Vaughn, 1 hit for Robert, 1 for Jimenez, and 1 for Frazier. A special shout out to Touki Toussaint, who in his first appearance in a Sox uniform pitched well. 4 innings pitched, no hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts in relief after the game was out of reach. The White Sox sit at 32-44 on the year. Somehow, they are just 5.5 games out of the division. Today, the Sox are off before they start a weekend series at home with the Boston Red Sox. In the minors, the Knights were rained out, but will play a doubleheader Friday to make up for it, and that is the most positive news I have about the Chicago White Sox minor leagues. The Barons fell 7-2 to the Mississippi Braves. Both Barons' runs came in the top of the 9th when Moises Castillo doubled in Xavier Fernandez and Alexander Womack grounded out to bring in Ben Norman. Castillo had a 2-hit day, as did Chris Shaw, who doubled twice. The aforementioned Xavier Fernandez doubled as well. Tommy Summer kept it together into the 5th inning before being pulled. His final line: 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 6 walks, and 3 strikeouts. The Dash got swarmed by the Greensboro Grasshoppers and lost 11-2. Both runs came in on a 7th inning double from Wilfred Veras. Ivan Gonzalez was the only Winston-Salem hitter with multiple hits. Andrew Dahlquist struggled as the starter, giving up 6 runs over 4 1/3 innings while walking and striking out 4 each. The former third-round pick's ERA now sits at 8.49 on the year. The Cannonballers were enveloped by the Myrtle Beach Pelicans and lost 9-3. The 3 runs were spread out at least, as Bryce Willits grounded a run in the first, Mario Camaletti singled home a run in the 5th, and then doubled a run home in the 7th. Drake Logan had a single and double as well. Shane Murphy filled up the stat sheet as a starter, but not in a great way, throwing 3 2/3 innings, allowing 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of which were earned, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. That will do it for this White Sox wake-up call. Subscribe to the Sox Machine podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/SoxMachine. If you enjoy our work and want to support, visit patreon.com/SoxMachine, as we have several different tiers of support starting at just $2 a month for exclusive content, ad-free podcast and website, and first crack at our new swag. Enjoy your Thursday and go White Sox!